U.S. men escape Serbia. Steph Curry, LeBron James take over in Olympic semifinal. That was special Paris, they needed the Avengers. The U.S. men, whose NBA titles and MVP awards and Olympic golds precede them, didn't wear masks or capes, but they stormed Bricky Arena in the fourth quarter Thursday to lift Team USA over Serbia 9-5, 9-1. The win, sure to be an instant classic, put the US into the finals against host nation France. Some of the greatest players of all time, and certainly the faces of a golden era in the NBA. THT is watching its sunset, overcame not just a 17-point deficit, but a Serbian team that Team USA coach Steve Kerr described as playing perfect. Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid, four former MVPs on the floor for the fourth quarter of a furious comeback that was needed to stave off a total reordering of the basketball universe. Not only is the U.S. chasing its fifth consecutive gold medal, but a team of 11 All-Stars, with the aforementioned names on the marquee, simply could not lose in a semi-final without being labeled a failure of the most profound order. Instead, those four men, and the others who joined them at times on the court wearing the American white uniform, delivered a performance that will be remembered for a long time. Serbia was brilliant today, and I am really humbled to have been a part of this game, said a hoarse Kerr, in a massive scrum of reporters at the loading dock of Bricky Arena. It's one of the greatest basketball games I've ever been a part of. Curry scored 36 points, one shy of Carmelo Anthony's U.S. Olympic record, including the go-ahead three with 2:24 left and two foul shots within 10 seconds that sealed the win. Curry's point total was not only the most by any U.S. player this summer, but he eclipsed his total for his previous four Olympic games combined, 28 points. James delivered a triple-double with 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. He has the only two triple-doubles in U.S. Olympic history. The last was 12 years prior in London. James tied Thursday's game at 84 with a driving lob at 3:41, and it was his pass to Curry that assisted the go-ahead three. Kerr said James guarded reigning NBA MVP and Serbian superstar Nikola Jokic in a fourth quarter. The Americans won 3-2-1-5. Jokic, of course, has 3 MVPs and an NBA championship. Pause to consider the league royalty on the floor at one time, not all on the same American team, duking it out in a game that easily matched the intensity of a game late in an NBA Finals. I mean, I'm 39 years old going into my 22nd season. I don't know how many opportunities and moments I'm going to get like this to be able to compete for something big and playing in big games, and tonight was a big game, James said. Embiid played his best game with Team USA, scoring 5 of his 19 points in an electric fourth quarter in which he made Jokic work on the defensive end. He shot 8 of -11 from the field and added 4 rebounds in 27 minutes, and delivered a monstrous, athletic-looking dunk in which he soared over a defender as the U.S. was trying to mount its first charge in the third quarter. Durant is the Americans' all-time leading scorer, trying to become the first Olympic men's player to win 4 golds. This was one of his worst games for Team USA, but 7 of his 9 points came in the fourth quarter. He was scoreless at halftime and didn't find a bucket until late in the third, but was picking up full court on defense as part of the relentless comeback. The Serbian 17-point lead was in the second quarter. They were ahead by 15 with 32 seconds left in the third. The Serbians shot their way to 15 threes, played through Jokic and capitalized, for 3 quarters, on the wide-open shots he created for teammates, until the Avengers arrived. They're a really good team and it's hard to beat the team 3 times, but to come back the way we did, I've seen a lot of Team USA basketball and it was special, Curry said. The United States will play France in a rematch of the Tokyo Olympics final from 3 years ago after the French stunned World Cup champion Germany, 7-3-6-9. Jokic had 17 points and 11 assists. Bogdan Bogdanovic added 20 points, throwing taunts at James and doing Anthony's threes to the dome celebration with Anthony watching courtside. Alexander Vramovic scored all 15 of his points with 4 threes in the first half. The Americans blew out Serbia in 2 games earlier this summer, including at the start of the Olympics. It was almost like the Serbians sandbagged those games. Their actions were much faster and they used Jokic to dictate the pace of play more, which led to so many open threes for teammates. Serbia thrived in the first quarter despite Curry's early onslaught. Curry opened the game scoring 14 of the Americans' first 15 points and drilled 5 threes in the quarter, but the Serbians forced turnovers with their ball pressure and poked numerous holes in the Americans' usually stout defense. Serbia's 3-1-2-3 lead at the end of the first quarter ballooned to as many as 17 points in the second. The Serbians connected on 10 threes in the first half while the Americans were simply caught in too many pick and rolls worrying about Jokic. James and -1 on a vicious post move against Bogdanovic made it 5-4-4-3 Serbia at halftime. James scored 9.5 enough to pass Anthony, 336 career points, for second place in U.S. men's history in Olympic points. The Americans got as close as 6 points in the third, but a brutal 4-point play on a 3-pointer and foul shot by Marco Duri made it 7-6, 6-1 Serbia with a half minute left in the third.